Bay Village is a beautiful neighborhood in Boston, and let me tell you, it is the smallest officially recognized neighborhood in Boston. It's tiny. I've had a couple people ask about it through this channel just because there's not always a ton of information on it. So today we're gonna talk all about it. It's small, but there's still some stuff to talk about. I'm gonna show you some footage, give you a sense of what it looks like, what it feels like, especially if you're considering moving to the area, trying to get your bearings for the different neighborhoods of Boston. So this is the smallest official neighborhood in Boston, but it is so central. It is in the middle of everything because you're right next to Back Bay, South End, Theater District, and basically Boston Common. Bay Village is like 2 blocks away from Boston Common, so I'm just gonna say it's next to it. Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jacob. Now, if you ask me to summarize Bay Village for you, I would say it's basically like a mix between Back Bay and South End with some Beacon Hill sprinkled in there. And hey, if you know this channel, you know me. If you're moving to Boston, whether it's Bay Village, anywhere else, if you want help buying a house, buying a townhome, condo, whatever it is, just send us an email. Let's get in touch. My team and I are licensed realtors. Love it every single day. Love working with our clients who reach out through this channel. Favorite thing ever. My business partner Richard and I always love hearing from new people. Okay, so moving on. When I first came to Boston, when I moved here, I was like 17 or 18 for college. Somewhere along the way, I thought Bay Village was fake. I didn't think it existed. Like, I either thought it was made up or it was like some kind of inside joke about Bay Village. I'll admit it, I'm not afraid. How I thought that, I have no clue. Genuinely no idea what I was thinking. But that's the first time I think I ever heard of Bay Village. My point being, it's not the most common neighborhood that comes up in conversation if you're talking to people. It's not a huge neighborhood. It's mostly residential. You do have some shops, you got some small restaurants. The Revere Hotel is right there in Bay Village. But aside from that, you got some small shops. I mean, it's a compact neighborhood, so the restaurants and the shops are small. It fits the vibe. And if you're moving to Bay Village, pretty much the majority of your options for housing are probably gonna be these brick row houses. They look very similar to Beacon Hill. That's pretty much where the inspiration came from, but it really mimics that style. The brick row houses, Beacon Hill, Back Bay, South End, Bay Village looks pretty much the same. And some of those will be condos where each floor is a different unit, and then some of them are single family townhomes that are sold as one. There are some like boutique condo buildings in Bay Village that's a little bit bigger than a townhome, but a lot of the places you'll see are these brick townhomes. As of a couple months ago, actually, there is a brand new luxury apartment high rise that they just built on the border between Bay Village and Back Bay. So technically, I think it is in Bay Village. It's 212 Stewart Street. I'm talking like brand new. It was just built. It is ridiculous. These are apartments for rent starting at $4,000 a month for a studio. I know, it's crazy. No bedroom, no den, it's a literal studio, 500 square feet, and those start at $4,000 a month. At this point, 212 Stewart and Alex at Echelon, which is in Seaport, are the most expensive studios for rent in Boston. I know I'm a real estate agent, but still, I'm like $4,000 a month for a studio? Some of them go up to $4,500, $5,000 a month. Granted, those ones have sometimes like a den or a separate alcove, but $4,000 a month for a studio. Anyway, Bay Village, it's on the smaller side. It's not huge, but you know, you do have some very beautiful neighborhoods. But you still have a bunch of these streets that are just, you know, row after row of these townhomes, these brick style lofts, different row houses. You'll see a couple different styles, but it's beautiful. It's very charming. I mean, I can take 2 or 3 videos of Bay Village and you've basically seen the whole thing. I'm kidding. It's not that small, but it's a tiny part of town. Now, Bay Village is kind of on the quieter side. It's not a super busy, super trafficy neighborhood. The worst I would say is, so you are next to the highway. So the Mass Pike runs along the edge of Bay Village, and that's kind of the boundary between Bay Village and South End. You cross any of the bridges, you're in South End. And then you have Arlington Street going through the middle of Bay Village, which is kind of the main street just going right through it. But still, it's not, you know, this super chaotic, super busy part of town. It's, you know, a little bit more mellow, a little chill. It's on the quieter side. But it is just such a cute neighborhood. You have just all these streets with these brick row houses. You have these little pocket parks you'll sometimes see on like the corner of block. Just like little mini Bay Village pocket parks. Yeah, beautiful condos and townhomes. I mean, you'll see both some stuff that's on the historic side, sometimes fully renovated, and then you actually have some new construction townhomes that kind of mimic that style, but it's modern, it's brand new on the inside, so you got a lot to pick from in Bay Village. And I mean, really the key selling point, it's small, but it's in the middle of everything. Like, you're right in the middle of Boston. You are a quick walk away from Back Bay, South End, downtown, the Theater District. I mean, you got everything: Boston Common, Newbury Street in Back Bay, the Prudential Center, Copley Square, Seaport. Like, you're not super far from any of these places because you're very central to all the other neighborhoods around you. And whether it's just you moving to Bay Village, if you're bringing your family, if you're a student here for school, like, there is so much that's accessible. Like, anyone can live in Bay Village and have a good time if you're, you know, a city kind of person, you like that lifestyle, because you're in the middle of all of it. Some of these places will have a beautiful roof deck, same as Back Bay, same as South End. You see that a lot. But I mean, Bay Village, you're right next to like the heart of the city. So you have those roof decks, you just stand up there and you are like in the middle of the city. You can feel it. So hey, Bay Village, not the biggest part of town, but I still got some stuff to talk about. I mean, I didn't even talk about the history. It's a very historic part of town, but that's a topic for a different day. Again, if you're moving to Bay Village or somewhere else in Boston, if you want help buying a house, buying a condo, whatever that looks like for you, just shoot us an email. Let's get in touch. Let's get that ball rolling and help you with that relocation to Boston. That is exactly what my team and I are here for. We absolutely love it. If you're curious about other parts of Boston, you can check out the video I have on South End, somewhere right here, and then I'll let YouTube recommend one to you also from this channel. Take care. I'll see you next time.